Everyone has a first video game moment. For some people, it all started by playing a simple game at a party, or maybe it was a video game given to them by an older relative. While I don't remember much about when I played my first video game, I remember a lot about the circumstances behind it. The time was December 2010. My dad decided to gift me a Nintendo Wii, the red Super Mario Bros. Edition to be exact. I had no idea what this thing was, and honestly, looking back at it now, my reaction to it was hilarious. This was back during the era of AV cables, so what I remember was seeing my dad setting up the Wii, trying to figure out which cable goes where. And for some reason, I have this very vivid image of the title screen for New Super Mario Bros. Wii, but it's in grayscale on my old TV whenever I think of this moment. Anyways, once he finished setting things up, he tells me that this is a video game series he used to play as a kid, a hobby he wants to give to me. My dad then asked me, "Would you like to play this game with me?" To which I said, "No thank you, I'm good," and then walked away. 16 years later, here I am wanting to be a game developer creating my own games. I find it very ironic how my first experience with video games was rejecting the idea of even participating with it. To this day, my dad still tells me that he was surprised at my reaction, especially for a 4-year-old. While I don't remember much about what happened after this moment, I do remember that New Super Mario Bros. Wii became the first video game I ever played. Honestly, I think this was probably one of the best games you could give to a kid like me. The game is simple, short, and easy, while also having a lot of its own charm and beauty. From the perspective of me as a kid and as a person who enjoys playing video games, New Super Mario Bros. Wii can be a very fun time. I mean, it has the penguin power-up. This is one of the greatest things to have come out of this generation of gaming. But from the perspective of someone who likes to critique video games and dive deep into the art medium, the game's graphics haven't held up too well over the last couple of years. The story is extremely simple. Princess gets kidnapped, rescue the princess. And oftentimes the game either feels way too easy to play or extremely difficult, even today. That's all without mentioning how New Super Mario Bros. Wii was a step in the right direction for the New Super Mario Bros. Series, but at the same time, it kind of doomed the franchise for a while with its overly simple and repetitive formula. Regardless of how much I could tear this game to shreds, it still holds a special place in my heart. This was one of the few games I really like to speedrun, and every now and then I'll pick up a new save file to 100%. This game shaped my perspective of video games in a very positive way, as it allowed me to get into gaming as a whole and understand more of what it means to play video games. While being a pretty easy game to beat that hasn't held up well in today's standards, it's still one that I cherish for what it's done to me and many others who've started here. That is the story of my first video game experience, and honestly, the main reason how I got here. Afterwards, I continued to play Wii games until I got my first 3DS a few years later, then got into indie games 5 years later, which is a whole different train wreck. Anyhow, I really appreciate New Super Mario Bros. Wii for what it's done to me, and I'm glad I could still remember my first experience with a game like this. Seriously though, I wonder what would have happened if I accepted my dad's rejection. I'd probably be studying for law school right now, trying to make the world a better place or something. Oh well.